You and this podcast is short, sweet, and to celebrate the podcast launch. And it's kind of like I guess we're going in reverse order on this, but the podcast launches on April 10th. People to understand that we live stream this first. Why? Because we never know who's going to learn about this amazing stuff that you do for businesses. You never know if it's going to be on a live stream. You go on other people's podcasts like Strategic Wealth Strategies or soon enough, some of the other podcasts that you're going to be going on. You never know. But once you tell that story, Tom, it's like, I'm in, right?
You'd hope so, but some people are mind-boggling. Uh, it amazes me how much money people are just throwing away to these insurance companies out of the unknown, the fear of doing something different. It's
Right.
it's it's crazy. Like yeah, the Doge thing, it's like I'm doing the Doge thing on health insurance, except I'm
You're doing
cutting
it,
their
you're doing it
rates.
through the government, which is amazing, right? You figured out a
Yeah.
secret going through the government.
The government is just, they put in the laws, Congress does, and the problem is people just have not kept up with the laws. That's it. And what you're able to do, and it's just crazy
I mean,
what
everyone I
they're
pitched
doing.
this to, even I like yesterday when we were talking to Laura Ribbons on her podcast first, as you were guest first, not
Yeah.
first, but kind of first on her podcast. That once you mention this stuff to people are like, what? You're kidding me, right? You're kidding me. And like some of the topics we're going to cover, people are like, that's ridiculous. That's not happening. And is it Tom, you just know the numbers, but yet you win at the end versus winning at the beginning. Like a lot of insurance agents that sell it, they win because they got the commission and then it's over.
Yeah, our service that we have to provide for benefits is it's just laughable. The insurance agents sell a piece of a group health plan and they tell you to call an 800 number. We sell you a benefit plan and they call us and we handle everything from A to Z. And it just amazes me the lack of customer service across the world, not just this country. It's ridiculous. I mean, sitting on hold for an hour to tell you that they'll call you back. I mean, that's what you get when you call some of these insurance companies. And it's just a never ending uh story. And then it always kills me, like when people tell me, well, we love our agent so much, and I ask them, what do they do for you? And they have no answer. I said, take out all the sporting events and everything. What do they actually do for you in terms of your benefits, your costs? And I get a blank stare. And in sales training 101, you're taught not to speak until they do. And it's just, I don't even do that anymore. It's just, I'm not going to sit there for 5 minutes playing a game. It's like, look, if they don't do that, so let's move on.
Right,
When they,
exactly. But you
yeah.
and I know this too. It's a no-brainer. If you don't want to do it, it's a mistake for you.
And, it really is. I mean, it's like, hey, listen, guys, you don't understand what you currently have. You don't have a clue what you're buying. And I'm showing you a way to make it simple. And you're sitting there thinking it's got to be a catch. And I'm sitting there going, no, how they're able to sell you this high cost garbage is what it is just a miracle.
Right. And
Sales.
I don't understand it. So if even if I went directly, let's say to, that's the problem, the mistake they make is they
Mhm.
don't go to the Affordable Care Act. They decide that website. They go directly to Blue Cross. They go directly to Anthem. They go directly where they're going to put an uptick price on a group plan, and they're saying, "Oh wow, we got
With the
people
agent, yeah.
with the agent they're not pre-existing conditions." Right.
There's no
Like, so
such thing
that's
as
what they're thinking.
pre-existing.
That's what they're
Yeah.
thinking. And then
Right.
they go and do it and they throw it against the map and they say, okay, well, let's look at their employees. Let's look at their ages. We're going to give them a quote. We're going to put a couple more points up for that insurance agent. And at the end of the day, they haven't done anything for you except sell you it versus you that go by the numbers. You educate the business owner and they're like, oh, I get it now. And
Well, it's
so,
like, yeah, it's like I have a place in Maine, and if you go on the docks, if you go by the ocean, the lobstermen, some of them will sell you lobster directly, and you give them two, $3. That same lobster, if you bought it at the grocery store, would have been 8, $10. Why? Because of all the middlemen. Middlemen don't like to be carved out.
all right. So I'm going to put a guarantee on the Neil Haley show today. If you currently have a health plan, a company, and you believe that your agent's better than Tom, I'm willing to wager on that. At least a guest appearance on my show. Maybe I'll get you a celebrity with a guest appearance on the show. Look at I'm just kind of going crazy, and this is something you could share. You know what? If you are currently and you go and sit down with Tom, I'll throw in a celebrity interview for you for free if he can't beat your price. And I know he's going to
Well, with better benefits,
with better benefits. Yes. That's why it's called cutting edge benefits.
right? And I want a female actress when I get a celebrity.
Oh yeah, you can get a celebrity. I just got to know your schedule and get you prepped for this, Tom, because you're just laid back. I know
It's
I'm the
got to be a
man.
female actress. I don't need to talk to some sport guy
You don't want to talk to any
or
sports guy.
some wrestler. I already do that.
All right. So the best place to go, this podcast was all about the podcast is launched. It's available right now on Spotify, and it's also available right now on YouTube starting on April 10th. Check it out. Follow in the different social media. Expect blogs to kind of summarize things in more detail. And if you want to call out Tom, schedule a call with him or his associates, and you'll find out this is the real deal. And we should do a podcast where I can read some of the things that AI has said about your competitors, and we could talk about it and say, really, they can't beat me. And that's it. You put up your dukes, Tom. Appreciate it. That was a special simulcast Neil Haley show and the